Hey there! I am so glad to be back here with a new video. This is a highly requested video that I decided to make. I always get asked if I train legs and also how I train my legs without causing pain. So I'm excited to share with you one of my medium intensity leg workouts and some very important tips to keep in mind as you're transitioning to start lifting weights. I also want to mention that my brand new program, Piriformis Control, is now open for enrollment. The link is below the video. This program will help you identify the underlying root cause of hip and piriformis pain and also give you the exact plan to follow to fix these imbalances. So let's get started here. So I like to start all my workouts with mobility drills. Mobility drills are a great way to open up and warm up your hips. I like to hold on to a heavy item or a dumbbell in front of me to maintain that proper squat posture as I'm warming up my legs. So I do a few repetitions here between 8 to 10, and I want to make sure here that I'm doing it with proper form and I'm really contracting my glutes on the way up. From here, I move to the side-to-side walks. I love this exercise. It helps me activate the gluteus medius, and it's really important to make sure you have activated and engaged glutes before you start lifting weights. So make sure that you keep your feet straight here. If you find that you're rotating your foot out, then you're compensating with the piriformis, because the piriformis is an external rotator. So if you're doing that, then just put your foot back into proper positioning, facing forward. I do about 2 to 3 sets of this exercise. So from here, I move on to an amazing exercise to activate the gluteus maximus. And again, same thing. You want your foot to keep pointing forward. It's very easy to externally rotate your foot, so keep that in mind. Make sure that you're engaging with your body here, and follow a 2-second hold, 4-second release tempo. So what you want to do is hold at the top to really feel the contraction and slowly release down. You don't want to be doing this exercise quickly. This is something that people do. They just get through the exercise really quickly. You don't want to do that. Take your time, breathe into each repetition. Just feel your glutes, feel if they're getting activated or not. Keep your core braced, and one thing here, just make sure that you're not moving your spine and your back too much. Make sure that you keep your spine stable and just move your hips into that extension. It is okay to bend your knee here a little bit, it's fine. You're just focusing more on the glutes, but when you keep your legs straight, you're getting a little bit of the hamstrings as well. So after I warm up with the loop band, then I start introducing light weights. I am still doing a warm up. I know my warm ups are kind of long, but I want to make sure that I'm adding more and more weights slowly. So I'm going for light weights here, 15 pounds for legs. Usually that is light for me. So pick weights that feel light to you. It's very subjective, so dependent on your level of strength. And I like to just perform a few repetitions of the deadlifts and the backward lunge. If you get knee pain performing the walking lunges, I highly recommend you switch to the backward lunge like I'm showing you here. It is a very safe version of the lunge exercise, especially for your knees. So I do about 7 to 10 repetitions per leg, usually. You can also warm up your legs just with body weight lunges as well. You don't have to add weights here. And after that, I will do a few more repetitions of the squats, again using light weights. But if 15 pounds feels heavy for you right now, just go for lighter. Again, it depends on your current level of strength. From here, I will gradually start increasing weights. By now, my legs are very warmed up and ready for additional weight. So I keep my workouts really short and intense. So I always say that you don't need a lot of exercises to get a great workout. So you'll see now that I'm only going to be doing 3 exercises, but after this workout, my legs were very sore, but in a good way. So I'm going to be increasing to 30-pound dumbbells here. So if you can only increase to, for example, 20, that's fine too. Just whatever you are able to lift with proper form and without triggering pain. If I am looking to gain strength, then I'll be probably lifting 45 to 50 pound dumbbells, but right now this is just kind of a medium intensity workout. So I usually do 4 sets on each leg, but I do pause between each set to check in with my body and see how I'm feeling. It's important to keep that core brace. Make sure that you are doing the exercise with proper form. Always look at yourself, you know, through a mirror, or even if you can film yourself to check in and see your form, see how you're performing the exercise. Keep your core and your glutes engaged. So after this, I'm going to transition to the deadlift again, but using heavier weights. The deadlift is an amazing full body strengthening exercise, but you have to do it right. A lot of people either bend their back or they overextend their back. They don't engage their glutes and core, so they put a lot of tension on their lower back. But if you do it right, it can be a great exercise to strengthen your whole body, your core and your glutes. So before you lift the weights, again, breathe deeply, take your time. I take about even 20 seconds to breathe. You know, I put my hands on usually on my core to just feel it expanding. Brace the core, keep the lats down, push through the feet to lift the weights up. The deadlift is not a pull-in exercise, it's a leg pushing exercise. So keep that in mind. You want to push through your legs to lift the weights up. When you're done, put the weights down, and only then release the core brace. Don't release the brace while you're still bent forward, because then quickly you're gonna transfer that force into your spine. You don't want to do that. The third exercise is the creeping lunges, and I absolutely love this exercise because you don't have to go heavy to really feel your legs burning, but in a good way. So you can do it with very light weights or with just body weights. And we're gonna be performing walking lunges, but you're gonna stay low to keep the tension on your quads, your hamstrings, and your glutes. What I like to do here is I just like to do as many repetitions as I can, again with proper form, until I can't go anymore, and then I drop the weight and then I complete a few more body weights just to, you know, keep going until I fatigue. Check in with yourself, look at yourself in the mirror. It can be really easy to start internally rotating your knee, and I can see myself doing that a few times actually, but I'm trying to correct that. So just make sure that you keep your legs straight as you're lunging down and walking forward. After I'm done, what I like to do is a little bit of foam rolling, and then if I have extra time, I like to just walk on the treadmill for a little bit to read on my Kindle. Just one thing here, don't be scared to move your body. I know even if you have pain, you need to move, you need to challenge your muscles. Just make sure that you're doing it right with proper form. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.